This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
Well, this morning, about 2.5 million people in Florida are now under evacuation orders as Hurricane Ian approaches. Good morning. I'm Matt Lincoln.
And I'm Sam Kerrigan. Ian is expected to make landfall in Florida as a Category 4 storm as it moves toward the west coast of the state.
Right now, all of our area is under either a tropical storm or a hurricane warning. Several tornado warnings have also already been issued in our area. We have team coverage tracking Hurricane Ian all morning long.
We are following the damage from potential tornadoes in South Florida to the last-minute preparations on the west coast.
Let's begin now. Meteorologist Lauren Lesky with the latest track here just in. Lauren, any changes to Hurricane Ian?
Oh, yeah, in strengthening. And we got a tornado watch that just got posted for the area. So let's quickly start with Ian. I'm going to show you that watch graphic in a second. Winds right now at 140 miles per hour, so it has strengthened. It is now a Category 4 storm. I expect it to move onshore in the Fort Myers area later on today. Our impacts still not changing. Gusty winds still expected. Heavy rainfall at times because we actually are kind of on the drier slot of Ian. Most of that moisture content is north of us, so we're going to see the majority of the rain right around the I-4 corridor. They could see feet of rain. For us, maybe 3 to 6 inches, have we been saying for the past few days. That is still a flooding threat because it is still, our ground is still rather soaked. We're going to see some of these feeder bands continuing to move in, potentially spawning more tornadoes across parts of the area, hence that tornado watch. There it is. That did just get issued. So the one that got issued yesterday went in effect through 5 a.m. this morning. So our weather service offices have now just updated all of these. There is no longer a tornado watch in effect for Palm Beach County, but there is one in effect for today for Martin, St. Lucie, Indian River, and Okeechobee counties. Now, that doesn't mean we won't get a potential isolated spin-up for Palm Beach County, but the threat today does move a little further north. So, Treasure Coast, we will keep a close eye on that tornado threat for you as we move through the day. Now, we do have those warnings in effect. Okeechobee County, under a hurricane warning. I mean, you are expected to see some hurricane force winds in 74 miles per hour or greater. I think most of that will come in the form of gusts. So your sustained winds will be a little closer likely to tropical storm force. Tropical storm force winds for the Treasure Coast and Palm Beach County. And then, of course, we've got a hurricane watch in effect right now for Lake Okeechobee. We've got another tornado watch that just got issued, Matt and Sam. So I'm going to click on this again. Let's see what it looks like. So now the entire area is currently under a tornado watch, and that goes in effect until 5 o'clock this afternoon. So you'll see that right here, our entire area now under that tornado watch. Lots going on right now. I want to send it over to our meteorologist, Jennifer Collins. You can see that the watch popped up on her graphic as well. So a lot of moving parts for us this morning, Jen.
So a lot of updates happen at once, especially at that 5 o'clock hour. We get that new advisory. We also get updated watches and watches across the area. Like Lauren was talking about, a tornado watch is in effect for the Treasure Coast, Okeechobee County, and Palm Beach County through 5 p.m. today. So we will see the potential of quick isolated spin-ups associated with the outer bands of Hurricane Ian. Let's get to Hurricane Ian. At this moment, it is located about 100 miles off the coast of Fort Myers. You can see the very strong winds associated with it as that eye wall kind of remains off the coast. Look how large it is at this time. I'd assume it's almost about maybe 40 miles, 50 miles in diameter. It's moving, closing in on the coast of southwest Florida. Heavy rainfall moving to the area too. Very strong winds starting to move in as well. Wind speeds are going to pick up through the morning. Look at the potential of even, let's back this up a bit. I didn't put any pause points on here. Winds starting to gust up about 40 miles per hour, about 65 miles per hour in Sanibel. Heading through about noontime, we're looking at winds even gusting up to about 90 miles per hour right along that immediate coast, right when landfall would happen anywhere from the Port Charlotte area, even down towards Fort Myers. Not only are we looking at potential for strong wind gusts, storm surge is going to be a major threat for this part of the coastline. Very strong winds will start to push that water on shore. This is the storm surge forecast. That's water above ground level. That threat has lessened for the Tampa Bay area because of the southerly tract. So about 8 to 12 feet of storm surge is possible from the Port Charlotte area down towards Bonita Beach, with even 6 to 10 feet possible in parts of Lee County. So let's look at that storm surge threat. I mean, this is a bay area. Like I was talking about yesterday with the Tampa Bay area, once that water gets pushed into the Charlotte Harbor region, That water has nowhere to go but into the rivers and streams and canals and inlets too. So this is the potential surge we could see associated with Hurricane Ian heading up towards the Niagara River, the Peace River, and even parts of the Caloosahatchee River as well. Not only will they have to deal with the surge threat, but they also have to deal with the rainfall threat too. The rainfall will be north of where that landfalling system will be, with the potential of almost a foot of rain for some isolated spots across central Florida. Guys, I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, Jen, thank you. And our team coverage continues here with our reporters on the ground following the impacts of Ian here at home. We're looking at final preparations ahead of the landfall on the West Coast.
Yeah, we want to get right to CBS 12's Kara Duffy live near Delray Beach. Kara, a lot of damage in that area from a possible tornado. That's right, Matt. Sam, right now we are here at the Kings Point community where, as you can see, crews have been coming and going out here this morning. FPL working to restore electricity, and the crews are keeping us a good distance back from where we saw a lot of the damage overnight. Now, I want to get to some footage that our crews took shortly after the first few calls started coming in to Palm Beach Fire and Rescue. Now, keep in mind the Kings Point community here, it's a senior living community, so all of the residents 55 and older. You can see several cars with their windows shattered. One vehicle even flipped over. Debris just scattered everywhere, and the roof was even blown off of several top floor apartments. We spoke with one man who lives in the Kings Point community, and here's what he had to say about the destruction he saw. Take a listen.
Like complete devastation, really. I mean, luckily from what I heard, I don't think anybody got hurt, but trees down, motorcycles down, cars crashed into each other. The whole balconies torn apart, broken glass. It's crazy.
Now, officials with Palm Beach Fire Rescue tell us 2 people were taken to the hospital, including one person who got stuck in her bathroom after the roof collapsed. More than 30 people now out of the home this morning, but we are told that the Red Cross is helping to place them with temporary housing. In the meantime, residents bracing for another day of rain and wind. And this area here, not the only one hit by that possible tornado overnight. I want to send it over to our Stephanie Valderrama. She's just about a half mile up the road where we saw some more damage. Steph, what are you seeing there this morning?
Yes, I'm here at the Home Depot in Delray. The damage here is quite extensive, not so much at the building, but at the parking lot. And that's what I'm about to show you right now. One of these trees, as you can see, this is a massive tree here. It shows you just how strong those wind and rains were last night. This tree uprooted right from the ground. I mean, the root, the tree now on these shopping carts. And actually over here, I'm going to show you how strong, again, those wind and rain was yesterday. As you can see, the branches falling and crushing the cart returns, some of the carts here. We do know that the employees were actually inside the building when this happened. If you've ever experienced a tornado, it does sound like a freight train, and that's what some people here remember that from last night. We do know that the store is going to be closed today. It seems like employees are starting to show up to assess some of the damage, do some of the cleanup. If anyone is watching at home, go ahead and just stay home. When we were driving here this morning, there was a lot of debris on the road, a lot of downed trees. It's just not safe to go and get out and leave your house until at least the first responders get through. They're able to assess the damage, clean up the road. So if you don't have to leave your home this morning, go ahead and stay home. I'm going to send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Steph, thank you. And, Delray, not the only place in Palm Beach County seeing damage overnight. These are photos from a CBS 12 viewer from a home in the Aero Club community in Wellington. This is an uprooted tree in the middle of the road. We have another tree that fell on the home. A lot of broken branches on top of that home. And then also a tree ripped through a pool screen, knocking down things in the patio. And this is a look inside the home. A lot of debris on the furniture as it was moved inside.
Well, the National Weather Service in Miami is confirming a tornado at North Perry Airport in Pembroke Pines. You are looking at several damaged planes and hangars turned completely upside down there. The airport was shut down temporarily for officials to fully assess the damage. Crews will be assessing the damage for the next few days. No injuries, though, have been reported.
And this morning, more than 14,000 people waking up without power in South Florida following Ian's impacts. Florida Power and Light showing about 1,500 total customers without power. FPL working on restoring those outages. He says it's not estimated. There's no estimated time as when the power will be back.
Well, parents, all of our local school districts are closed today. Palm Beach County schools closed just for today. St. Lucie, Indian River, and Martin County schools will all stay closed through tomorrow. Okeechobee County is the only local school district closing for the rest of the week.
And this morning, Okeechobee County is under a hurricane warning, expecting to see some of the worst impacts in our area. Lake Okeechobee lower than usual at 13 feet, which means it does have some room preventing it from overflowing from the heavy rain that's expected. Residents have been preparing this whole week for the flooding, filling up dozens of bags of sand. You can still pick up sandbags at the Public Works compound until supply runs out and weather allows.
This morning, tropical storm warnings are in effect for our Treasure Coast communities, and right now Martin County leaders are preparing for flooding. County leaders have high water vehicles from the Sheriff's Office to help during evacuations, and flood control pumps are in place in flood-prone places like Hope Heights to clear water out quickly. Public Works has also been cleaning the drainage system to make sure storm water and debris can easily pass through. Schools, government offices, public transportation, and some beaches will be closed today.
Well, 5:10 this morning, the west coast of Florida, of course, is bracing for the worst hurricane to make landfall in about 100 years.
The area is filled with low-lying areas which could flood from feet of storm surge.
Let's get to our Danielle DeRoche, who continues our team coverage at the live desk for the last-minute preparation going on the west coast. Danielle, what are you seeing?
Well, right now, time is truly running out in the Tampa Bay area. The evacuation orders that were issued yesterday impact more than 2 million people. And this is footage here of people heeding those warnings. This is traffic, heavy traffic moving out of the Tampa area on I-275. Now, Florida DOT did suspend tolls in the area, and they've also extended that to parts of central Florida to help make this evacuation process much smoother. For those who are staying behind in the Tampa Bay area, we saw people boarding up their homes, stocking up on sandbags. Yesterday, crews from Florida Power and Light are staging at a site in Sarasota ahead of the landfall expected tonight. There's already an estimated 8,000 customers without power in southwest Florida this morning. The warning from local and federal officials is to brace for widespread power outages, flooding, and storm surge as Ian moves in.
So we're talking not just the bay, but our rivers, our canals. I mean, every source of water is going to be flooded.
This is going to impact everyone in different ways, so you need to stay focused.
That just got issued. Meteorologist Lauren Oleski here. Good morning. If you are just joining us, a tornado warning just issued. This is for the Boca Raton area. This is located right near Whisper Walk. Right now we're seeing this moving northwest at around 8 miles per hour. This is about 8 miles just west of East Boca, so a little further inland, and it's moving north, at 40 miles per hour right now. This does include the Boca Raton area, but also extends west through West Delray and up towards Wellington. So right now it does look like the bulk of this warning is for areas west of 441, which would likely be for some of the glades out there. I've got meteorologist Jennifer Collins driving the controls for me. This is in effect for until 5:45. This was a radar-indicated tornado right now, so this is moving off again northwest at 40 miles per hour. I'm going to put this piece of paper down. So we're seeing these feeder bands coming in, and this is what's spawning some of these tornadoes. You essentially have the northward movement of these feeder bands kind of mixed with winds coming in out of the east, and that's where you end up with these tornado warnings. So what Jen is pulling up for me right now, this is our velocity signature. It just looks like a bunch of color blobs, obviously, as you can see here on the radar. But this helps to kind of pick up where we could see that possible rotation. And I believe this is where it is. This looks like it's just west of the 441 area. But again, some parts of southern Boca do extend west of 441. So this is right near Whisper Walk. But you can see right here, see how there's a little bit of this green kind of mix with some of this red? That's likely where that rotation currently is. So this is moving northwest. Again, this is mostly west of the 441 area when you get further north up near Delray Beach and then into the Boynton Beach area. But the National Weather Service has indicated that there is rotation. It's radar indicated rotation, they call this, and this is it right here. Moving off towards the northwest, right around 40 miles per hour. This will continue to be in effect until 5:45. So again, it includes the Hamptons of Boca, Wellington, and Whisper Walk. You might have just heard your phone make an incredibly loud buzzing sound. That's what this is. So anytime tornado warnings are issued, you should know the drill. You want to go to the most interior portion of your home, on the lowest ground level. Jennifer just circled this for me. So this is the area that I'm talking about. I call this a couplet. And we've got winds moving in different directions, and that's what creates that spin in the atmosphere. So this is just west of 441. This is Atlantic Avenue right here. Jennifer, able to pull back just regular reflectivity so we can look at the storm and kind of show some of the heavy downpours and the lightning strikes that are in this as well. So here's our feeder bands moving north. Few strikes of lightning in here. This tornado warning also does include a far western part of Wellington. That's Forest Hill Boulevard right there that curves north and meets Southern Boulevard. So as this slowly makes its way off towards the northwest, I really should say quickly, at 40 miles per hour, these are all of the areas that are included in that tornado warning. Again, it's the Hamptons of Boca Raton, Wellington, and the Whisper Walk community. We'll see this in effect until 5:45, so we're probably going to stay here with you on this for another 30 minutes unless the Weather Service decides to expire it. But we've got these very, very heavy downpours here within all of these deep red colors. This is a feeder band from Ian. So we don't necessarily see incredibly widespread rain like areas further north are seeing. But within some of these little bands, we end up with these very brief downpours and these very brief spin-ups. So that's likely where our rotation, or if there was a tornado on the ground, that's likely where it is because the radar is indicating the rotation right here, right where this kind of green is meeting this brighter red color. That's where we see that couplet. Moving off again towards the northwest at 40 miles per hour. This is a good time to go into your safe spaces, the most interior portion of your home. This is west of 441. We might see it get close to the 441 corridor, so I know there are some areas that are up and down that 441 corridor. There are some homes there as well, so you want to make sure you're in the most interior portion of your house right now. So this is the L40 Canal right here, west of the 441 area. This is Atlantic Avenue. There's 441 in West Del Rey. There's our little couplet there. So this is moving northwest right around 40 miles per hour right now. This tornado warning is in effect until 5:45. The Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center did put us under tornado watches until 5 o'clock now this afternoon. You'll see here's the latest look at Hurricane Ian. There it is. There is that tornado watch that was posted from the Storm Prediction Center. We did have one that was issued overnight that was set to expire at 5 o'clock this morning. We mentioned there's the possibility that they're going to extend this, and lo and behold, they did, and then we just got our first tornado warning of the morning just a few minutes ago. Brief spin-ups like this is what we could see happen as we move through the next few days. So here's a wider look at radar. Here's our feeder band right here. So while the bulk of the rain, like I mentioned, is north of us, I'm talking maybe 1 to 2 feet of rain could be falling in some spots in central Florida. We have the tornado threat for us because of these feeder bands. And you'll see we've got this band right here producing incredibly heavy downpours right now, a few strikes of lightning, and of course, that little rotation. This is moving, again, northwest around 40 miles per hour. This is in effect until 5:45 this morning. So another 22 minutes or so. If the Weather Service lets this expire, we'll keep you posted and we'll let you know. But there's, again, this rotation still holding together nicely. We've seen that over the last few scans of this radar loop. Jen's going to circle it for me once again, and there you see it just moved. So it's holding together. We get these scans in every few minutes. It's moving off towards the northwest. This is mostly an inland area. That's where the wildlife preserve is there too. 441, that's Boynton Beach Boulevard right now. So we'll see this continuing to move off towards the northwest, again at 40 miles per hour. This is in effect until 5:45 this morning. We have Hurricane Ian that is getting closer to our coastline. That's what happened at that 5 o'clock update. It also did strengthen to a Category 4 hurricane. Winds right now are at 140 miles per hour. And Ian is expected to move onshore later on today, and then continue moving into central Florida overnight and into early on Thursday. So here again, 441, there's Atlantic Avenue, this tornado warning for inland Palm Beach County until 5:45 this morning. Jen, if you're able to query some of the rainfall rates within this, we can kind of pick up some of those for some of our viewers that are watching that do live in this area. We've got rainfall rates just under 3 inches an hour. So that's a really, really heavy downpour. And this is what happens within those feeder bands. It's not necessarily consistent, endless rain. It comes in briefly for maybe 10 to 30 minutes. The winds pick up and they get very gusty, and then it quiets down for us. And those gusty winds are what's creating, I should say, this tornado warning right now. We have the entire hurricane itself rotating, mixed in with these feeder bands, and as this moves off towards the northwest, we end up with some of that spin in the atmosphere. So if this holds together and we don't see this expire, Wellington, you're set to see this right around 540. And this is areas a little further west of 441. In the Wellington area, closer to Royal Palm Beach around 545. The acreage, if this holds together, you'll see this probably within the next 30 minutes or so at 550. But Weather Service does expect this to rotate, to expire by around 545. I'm going to tell our producers and our directors right now, we're going to send it over to Jen. Whenever you guys are able to get those controls set, you can pull up her shot right now. Jen, we'll send it over to you and give us a few more updates.
Yeah, here's the latest on that tornado warning. Again, if you're in this warning, it even outlines parts of 441 from the Wellington area just to the west of the Florida Turnpike, right down 441 to West Delray, and even parts of Hamptons and Boca Raton. You are under this tornado warning. So what I want you to do, head to the most interior room of your home. That might be a closet. It might be underneath a staircase. It might be a bedroom that's kind of further in with a little closet inside. What I want you to do is to get inside any sort of interior room of your house. Maybe turn up the television a little bit more so you can hear us, so we can let you know when you're clear from this tornado warning. Then I want you to stay there until the warning expires. This is until 5:45 this morning for this part of Palm Beach County, 441, even up towards the Wellington area. We have very heavy rainfall regardless of any sort of rotation. This was radar-indicated rotation, so that doesn't mean we could observe it because it's possibly rain wrap too. Let's get the latest on that velocity scan as well as I bring that up at this time. Then we have the latest update on that tornado warning, which has kind of shifted that box a bit further to the north, so it does not include now West Boca anymore. Look at the area of rotation. I want to notice. See that area in green? That indicates wind going in the opposite direction from the rest of this wind pattern. So that means that there is possible rotation in the atmosphere that could come down to the ground and produce areas of damage. So of course we're keeping an eye on that area of Couplet. It's heading to the north at about very quick, 40 miles per hour. These are very quick bands that move through. They interact with the friction of the ground. Funnel clouds can come down and make contact with the ground. So if you are in this warning area, I want you to take cover. If you are in the Boca area, you are out of that tornado warning. You can come out of your safe zone now. If you live anywhere to the west right now of 441, I want you in your safe zone. A fairly unpopulated area, however, but this does extend to parts of the Wellington area. So if you are in that tornado warning, I want you to get to your safe zone at this time. And again, this extends until 5:45 in the morning as it heads towards the north, right along that 441 mark, just to the north of the Wellington area, right around the Southern Boulevard too. So if you are under this tornado warning, I want you to get to your safe zone. We will let you know when you're out of this warning. If you live anywhere in the Delray Beach area, you are not in this tornado warning. You are not covered under this at all. If you are in the Boynton Beach, Lake Worth Beach, you are not in this tornado warning, though there are some pretty gusty conditions happening even along our immediate coastline at this time. This is exactly where that area of rotation is. It has not been an observed tornado. It has been a radar indicated tornado, which means it's fairly rain wrapped. We have very high rainfall rates associated with this isolated supercell thunderstorm that is in parts of central Palm Beach County. You can see actually just how quick it's moving. I mean, look at this radar scan. This storm activity just moving to the north very quickly, heading towards the Wellington area. Very heavy rainfall rates associated with that. A few isolated lightning strikes as well. So not only do we have to deal with that, isolated spin up, we also have to deal with a heavy rainfall and some lightning activity, and of course very gusty conditions. Because not only in a tornado warning do you have to deal with that isolated spin in the atmosphere, you also have to deal with the very gusty conditions. We could see winds in excess of 40 to 50 miles per hour even across this area. We did see some damage with previous warnings that were issued overnight last night and through the night hours, as we saw that coverage earlier in the newscast in the West El Rey area. So again, this tornado warning until 5:45 a.m. We still have about 20 minutes left of this tornado warning as it extends to the north. I'm going to put a quick track on this to see where we can expect this to head over the next 20 minutes as it heads to the north. Making sure I have the correct wind speeds on this so that we can get a correct track on this as well. And it's heading to the north right now, about 40 miles per hour. So if we get the timing on this, again, it extends until 5:45 p.m. It kind of lines up with that arrival time to Royal Palm Beach. So even if this isolated tornadic activity lifts up, we still will see very gusty conditions moving into the Wellington area at 5:42 in the morning and even 5:47 in the morning for that Royal Palm Beach area. And I want to remind you, we have this tornado threat throughout the day today. That tornado watch extends until 5 p.m. this evening. So we will see the potential of more isolated spin-ups as a result of the outer bands from Hurricane Ian. So with those isolated bands out, this is very tropical tornadic activity, very quick-moving systems. They tend to be rain-wrapped. They tend to come to the ground and lift off the ground very fast, but they can produce quite a bit of damage if they do make it to the ground. So again, a tornado warning in effect for this area. If you live in the West El Rey area, you are slightly included in this, but we are looking at rotation starting to come down on to the west of 441 currently. So if you live in the West El Rey area, you're likely seeing gusty winds. That brighter red indicates very gusty wind conditions. This is the possible rotation, is when you see those two colors very close together in one spot. That indicates possible rotation. So possible rotation to the west of 441. If you live in the tornado warning area, if you live in this red box anywhere, especially right to the east of 441, I still want you in your safe zone. If you live south of West El Rey, that includes Boca West, over towards downtown Boca, or even further south, the Hamptons at Boca Raton, you are out of this tornado warning. You can come out of your safe zone. If you still live in the Wellington area, if you live along 441, I still want you in your safe spot because we're tracking very strong wind gusts moving up the coastline, moving up 441 currently. Let's get some wind speeds on this right now. 25 mile per hour sustained winds. So we could see wind gusts even higher than that too. So I want you to notice on that. I'm going to send things over to Lauren right now. She's going to have the latest on Hurricane Ian and this current tornado warning, which extends until 5:45 p.m. Lauren?
Jen, thanks. So here's a look right now at radar. We've got an eye on Ian, and it's becoming much more defined this morning. You can see the lightning here. That's an indication of strengthening. You've got more of those cloud tops bubbling up higher in the atmosphere. Think about, strong thunderstorms. When they get stronger, they end up with more lightning. That's what we're seeing in the core of Ian right now. Now, we're dealing with all of these outer feeder bands. They don't last very long, but they can create those spin-ups. They can produce incredibly heavy downpours, very gusty winds. So even though the tornado, if there is one in fact on the ground, might be further north, if you live in West El Rey or West Boca, it's incredibly windy where you are, and the rainfall rate is likely very intense. You've got those very heavy downpours that are moving through right now. So here is a look at our tornado warning. This now mostly includes Wellington. the acreage, you're on here, but the box ends just south of 441 per the National Weather Service. These heavy downpours are going to continue to move through. We have had a few strikes of lightning in here as well. I want to get that velocity. There it is. So the little couplet here, the spin, is over the Loxahatchee National Wildlife Refuge. So this is not really near homes right now, but Wellington right here, you'll see we do have, this is where people do live. This is Wellington's Trace right now. If this moves northwest, this rotation might just move by you and you could actually be to the east of the core of that rotation, but we're going to continue to follow this and monitor where these scans go. We get them in every few minutes, so we should see another one shortly. But this is moving towards the northwest as these feeder bands continue to come into the area. Now, our entire viewing area, Palm Beach County, Treasure Coast, Okeechobee counties, are under a tornado watch until 5 this afternoon. We had one that was set to expire at 5 this morning. They extended it for another 12 hours, and we do now have our first, not necessarily our first, but since we've been on air, our first tornado warning. There were a little over 12 issued across the South Florida area late last night and early this morning. That includes all of Palm Beach County, Broward, and Miami-Dade County. So now that those feeder bands are making their way north, we're seeing more of those warnings in our area. Tropical storm warnings still posted for Palm Beach, Indian River, St. Lucie, and Martin counties. Hurricane warning in effect for Okeechobee County. We are expecting you to deal with likely hurricane force winds. If not, then hurricane force wind gusts. And then we've got those hurricane watches in effect for Okeechobee County there. I'm going to back this up so I can get back to radar if my system wants to listen to me. Give me just a second. So again, you'll see we do have, oh thanks Jed, we do have the tornado watch that's in effect until 5 this afternoon. Here is our tornado warning. So if you live in West Boca and you've got that very loud, obnoxious ring to your phone, you're in the West Boca area, you're cleared from this warning. You'll notice the box itself has kind of made its way further north. So this is now mostly, it's still west of 441, but it's further north of Boynton Beach Boulevard right now. So heavy rain still falling even across the Treasure Coast, but look at this very intense red color that we're seeing in central Palm Beach County. That's where the very, very heavy downpours are occurring now. We'll zoom in on this. We'll get that velocity picked up for us. So this is some tight rotation that we've been seeing over the past few minutes, really since this warning got updated. I'm going to step off for a second. We're going to loop this and see over the past few minutes the scans, if this wants to loop for me. Doesn't look like it wants to. That's okay. See if we can manually do it. No, also doesn't want to do that. That's fine. So we've got this couplet here. Right there. There we go. Thanks, Jen. This is moving off towards the northwest, and there's good rotation with this. It's still showing that tight signature there. A lot of times, if we wanted to see this maybe weakening, we would start looking for really broad rotation within this. Jen, if you're able to go back to the velocity, there we go. Thank you. And just leave it in this current mode that it's in. We would start to see this maybe kind of separating, or we wouldn't be able to pick up any of this green at all. That would indicate maybe slightly broader rotation there, but it looks like this did take a slight jog a little further north. Jen, if you're able to zoom into these Wellington communities for me so we can kind of pick up on some of these roads right here. If you live in Wellington, in the Wellington Trace area, near Pearson Road, near Aero Club Drive right there, near the Lake Worth Road area, I do want you to go into your safe space. That is the most interior room on the lowest ground of your home. Jen, if you're able to zoom out just a tiny bit, I want to kind of see where this couplet is. So South Shore Boulevard is right here. So if we do have rotation, it's likely just to your south right now. So again, if you are awake and hearing us, maybe up the volume on your TV a little bit so you can hear us from another room in your home. But you will want to go to the most interior room of your home. Maybe that's a bathroom or a closet on the lowest level of where you live, as this rotation that we're seeing continues to move north at around 40 miles per hour. Loxahatchee, if this holds together and goes out of the warning box, this could approach you by around 541. So Wellington Trace, again, that was Pearson Road. This is all west of the 441 area. You will want to go to the most interior room of your home, as we are seeing this couplet moving from the inland portions of Palm Beach County northwest into Wellington. That's Wellington Trace right there. Again, that's South Shore Boulevard that we were just looking at. The wind's very gusty within this. I'm going to see if I can get this this computer to kind of want to listen to me, and maybe we'll be able to control it from my end of things. Okay, I think I've got something working for me right now. Just stand by. I want to get this loaded up so that we're able to kind of zoom in with where this warning is. So again, Saddle Club Way is right there. So this rotation, you can kind of see where this green is. I'm going to get the little cursor on here, maybe draw a little circle around it for you. Right there. So if you're in the Wellington area, again, south of South Shore Boulevard, west of 441, near Saddle Club Way, that's where we're seeing this possible tornado. Again, it's radar indicated. We don't know if it's necessarily on the ground, but there is a nice looking couplet there. So that's what we're still seeing with this. I'm going to assume the beep I just heard, Jen, is them maybe updating some of the warning that just got posted. Okay, so an aerial flood watch just got posted for our area as well. I heard another ding, and I wasn't sure
I
if they...
do want to say the West Delray area, you are in the clear. If you live on 441, that is south of the
Atlantic Avenue area,
Atlantic
probably.
Avenue area, you are in the clear. What we're really focusing on right now is the Wellington area, right south of that Southern Boulevard.
That's right. So you actually see the box now does not extend south. Really, if you're even south of Boynton Beach Boulevard and West Boynton, you're in the clear from this. Rotation may be starting to shear apart a little bit. It doesn't look quite as tight as what we've been seeing. This warning still set to expire in about 10 minutes, so we're going to sit with you right here until at least 5:45, watching this warning. So this tornado, if it is on the ground, I don't want to say this tornado, we can say this rotation instead, because we don't necessarily have any indication that it has touched the ground. But again, it's moving off towards the north-northwest, around 40 miles per hour. So it is a rather fast moving system here. It's a tight rain band. It's a heavy rain band, a strong rain band that's moving in. This is South Shore Boulevard. There's Saddle Club Way. This is southwest of Lake Worth Road at the intersection there of South Shore Boulevard. But there's a look at our, what really does look like weakening rotation. So that's maybe a good thing for us to see, but we're going to continue to kind of stick with this warning for you. We do have a lot of very heavy downpours that are also falling with this. This is that feeder band that's moving in as Ian does move closer to the coast of southwest Florida. This is set to expire, this tornado warning, in about 9 minutes from now. So still some rotation picking up on the radar here. Again, it does look significantly weaker than it did when this warning was first issued for our area. I'm just adjusting my mic clip right now. Hold on, producers and directors. So this is moving off towards the northwest at 40 miles per hour. But I'm still maybe noticing it's kind of pulling apart just a touch. We're still seeing this. This is Lake Worth Road right here. This is extending west of 441. Wellington Trace right here. Here's Forest Hill Boulevard as it extends and curves north towards Southern. So this rotation right now, again, moving off towards the north-northwest, just close to the South Shore Boulevard. If you're able to pull up Jen's mic, in fact, producers and directors, leave her mic up.
It does appear to be tightening a little bit more. I can see a little bit of some stronger wind gusts looking at it. You can see the bright colors. That's where you want to look at, where Lauren is pointing. The bright colors indicate stronger winds, especially when you get the greens incorporated, that shows a bit of rotation.
Right, so we were looking at maybe it shearing apart a little bit, but with this new scan, now that we're seeing it kind of reorganize a little more, and Jen, I see exactly what you're looking at. We've got this brighter red.
Circle it.
Jen's going to circle this for us. We've got this brighter red right here. When you see it brightening up, that means it's a stronger wind speed, which potentially means tighter rotation, and then the potential for that actual tornado. Now, again, we don't have any indication that this is actually on the ground, but this is still moving off towards the north-northwest. This is South Shore Boulevard right there. There's that Lake Worth Road area as it moves west of 441. So this is headed north. If you do live in the Wellington, the city of Wellington, south of Forest Hill Boulevard, west of 441, you want to get into your safe space. That is the most interior room of your home. Maybe it's a closet, maybe it's a bathroom. Hopefully it's a room without any kind of windows, because that's where we end up with those flying projectiles in the air. And you want to stay in the lowest level of your home. So if you have a bathroom or closet, and you do have a multi-story home, you'll want it to be on the first floor. So
even with some of our most recent scans, it's showing wind gusts to over 30 miles per hour, which very close to getting that 40 mile per hour range as well. So certainly seeing some higher winds associated with this.
Yeah, so as this tightens up and as it gets a little bit potentially better organized, we end up with those higher wind gusts.
Okay, we got a new scan.
New scan coming in, so this is moving just to the west. So here's South Shore Boulevard right here. This is just west of South Shore Boulevard. There's Saddle Club Way. This is south of Aero Club Drive. If you live near Aero Club Drive, any of these homes west of South Shore Boulevard, just along the Lake Worth Road area, go into the safe space of your home. It might sound very windy outside. If there is a tornado on the ground, a lot of people also compare this to the sound of a train coming by. That might be what you're hearing outside if this is in fact on the ground. This is Palm Beach Point Road right there. There's Pearson Road. There's Aero Club Drive just to the north of this. So this is still moving. So while we might only get scans every few minutes, this is continuing to push off towards the north.
Let's talk about the next areas because I'm assuming they might extend this warning out. Let's talk about the next areas. If you live in the northeast corner of the Wellington area, Paddock Drive, Green Shores Boulevard, I want you to now get in your safe space. You should be there because this rotation is starting to move towards your area. Gusty winds head to the most interior room of your house. Loxahatchee, they're likely going to be next. Even if this rotation lifts up or if anything happens, it's still going to keep continuing to move towards 441 and towards your area. So right now we're tracking that rotation right near Saddle Club Way in the southwest corner of Wellington, but it's going to keep moving to the north, and it's moving very quick at about 40 miles per hour.
That's right. So most interior room of your home, again, look at... For those, hopefully you're listening, you're not actually watching television if you are in the most interior portion of your home. This is right near Saddle Club Way, up near Aero Club Drive, moving off towards the north right now, right near Pearson Road. This is west of 441. This is just west of where Forest Hill Boulevard curves to the north and meets up with Southern Boulevard in the Wellington area. Another scan coming in for us again, still moving off towards the northwest. This is Palm Beach Point Boulevard right there, right near Aero Club Drive, right at that intersection. That's where we're seeing this rotation. If you look a little further south even, we're seeing those really bright gusty winds right there. So even behind this possible rotation, we're still seeing those winds staying very gusty within that feeder band.
This is what we call a supercell. Even if you aren't in that area of rotation, there's still very strong winds within this severe thunderstorm. So the severe thunderstorm is capable of producing funnel clouds, isolated tornadoes, and strong wind gusts too. So that's included in this tornado warning. So everyone in this box should be in their safe zone, away from doors and windows, writing this out until it expires at 5:45.
That's right. So this is set to expire at 5:45. So that's in another 3 minutes from now. So producers and directors, I'm just going to ask you when this is set to expire, would you like me to send it back to Matt and Sam, or would you like us to toss to break? This is set to expire in about 3 minutes. So my producers and directors, just let me know what you want us to do once this is going to expire. South Shore Boulevard, and then this is, again, right near the Wellington Trace area. So you see this red line. It might be hard to kind of pick out on top of actually red coloring on our radar there.
Let's pull up the radar scan.
There we go. So we can actually kind of pick out where that exactly is. So really, really heavy rain moving in. So even if you live, in East Delray right now, there's incredibly heavy rain falling where you are. Winds might be very gusty also. That's where we're seeing this. There we go. This tornado warning. So we've got those feeder bands that are also still moving in. Here's Wellington Trace, City of Wellington. 441's right here. There's Forest Hill Boulevard. There it curves off towards the north, right across Southern Boulevard, where 441, or Southern Boulevard and Forest Hill Boulevard meet each other. We've got this red box. That's where this warning is currently in effect. And we're going to just kind of continue monitoring this as we move through the next few minutes and see if the Weather Service extends this. Tornado watches are posted for the entire area until 5 o'clock this afternoon. So if you live anywhere essentially in the southern part of the state, this also does include Broward and Miami-Dade counties. So even though, the tropical related conditions are much lighter and calmer down in Broward and Miami-Dade counties, we do still have this tornado watch in effect, and isolated tornadoes are still going to be possible for many of our areas today as these feeder bands continue to come in. So here's another look. This is our tornado warning, set to expire in about a minute and a half from now. We'll see what the Weather Service does. See this red box right here. Again, here's Wellington. There's 441, right where it curves and meets Southern Boulevard there. We'll zoom in on this. Still dealing with that tight couplet rotation. We've got these bright red points here on our velocity scan. This just helps to show us where the strongest winds are, where that possible rotation is. And this is where we're kind of seeing some of that green meeting some of that brighter red. It looks like it's pulling apart a little bit, so maybe we are seeing more broad rotation, which is a sign of weakening. So that could potentially be a good sign, but as we watch this still moving north through the inland Palm Beach County area, we still have to keep an eye on this because we still have to have a few more seconds. I'm not sure, Jen, if you're noticing anything on chat.
I haven't seen anything on chat since they updated the box.
Okay, so they're not, I would assume then that means they're planning on letting it expire. When it does expire, usually if they extend this, they tell us that they're extending it. But we're still going to stick with you here because it's still in effect for, another 30 seconds or so.
And you're still going to deal with a strong wind gust too, even if we, move over to our next coverage. I want you to still, remain cautious in the Wellington area, especially over the next 20 to 30 minutes. You're still going to be dealing with very strong winds. And there we go.
They did allow this.
Here's it allowed to expire. So, and it looks like the rotation is starting to broaden out.
Rotation itself nearly gone, much broader rotation there. Those bright colors are still there. So we're still going to continue to see a lot of these gusty winds and these very heavy downpours across the area. We'll pull up radar one more time, give one more look before we go back to anchors. So you'll see here we got all these lightning strikes in Palm Beach County. This feeder band continues to move through. Heavy rain as well falling across parts of the Treasure Coast. As these bands move in, they can spin up some rotation, which is why we do have that tornado watch in effect. There's the eye of Ian. Lightning strikes around the eye core, showing that sign of strengthening. It's a Cat 4 right now. And again, as these feeder bands move in, we'll see heavy downpours on and off, gusty wind on and off, and then the occasional spin up out there. We'll send it back to Matt and Sam, and we'll keep you posted on Ian through the morning.
All right, Lauren, Jen, get a drink of water. A great reminder out here this morning. Certainly Ian doesn't seem to be coming straight towards Palm Beach County, but certainly this is such a large storm. A reminder here this morning as we get started on Wednesday that this is going to be a busy weather day, and we need to be weather prepared for all these sorts of situations.
Yeah, we are seeing the impacts of those outer bands of Ian. Right now, we know parts of our area are seeing power outages as well. West Delray, where that tornado warning just initiated. We know our crews in that area, and they said they completely lost power.
Yeah, and there's lightning there, too. Let's get over to our live desk, back to Danielle DeRoss, and a little bit of an update of what's going on with power this morning. Danielle?
Yeah, Matt and Sam, as you just alluded to, we first heard about some of these power issues from our own crews who are on the ground in Delray, and Stephanie Valderrama posted a tweet letting us know that they temporarily lost power in the area of West Atlantic Avenue near the Home Depot, which is where we are seeing tornado damage or possible tornado damage this morning. So checking into that, we pulled up the Florida Power and Light outage map, and we did see here in Palm Beach County, we have 1,710 customers without power right now. But one thing to keep in mind is that FPL crews are extremely busy right now. It's not just our area that they are looking into and addressing. South of us here in Broward County, they have even more outages, 7,740, even more in Miami-Dade. Keep in mind, a lot of FPL linemen were sent across the state for this storm. They are staging right now in Sarasota. So they are urging you to exercise patience this morning and actually letting people know that crews have to wait in between bands of this storm so that they can go out as conditions allow. So they're reminding people to be patient. They have crews out trying to address these outages. But again, we are seeing those outages tick up right now in Palm Beach County. 1,710 customers, they can confirm, are in the dark. Matt and Sam.
All right.